Welcome back. We are covering 25 mistakes billionaires have made, and number 15 is Oprah Winfrey. We all know her. We all love her. The bigger the baller, the bigger the mistake. And before we get going here, like I ask in every video, if you would just take a couple of seconds, it's free to do, doesn't take much time, and would appreciate it if you would just click the positive feedback mechanism, whether it be a subscribe, a thumbs up, an alert button on whatever platform you happen to be listening or watching this content on. I'd greatly appreciate it. It lets the platform know that the content is valued, and also that encourages me as well. So thank you in advance for that. And then we're covering number 15, which is Oprah Winfrey. And so Oprah, I think everybody knows who she is, and maybe you don't. She used to be a talk show host. Started out as a news anchor, and then really I cover her actually in one of my other playlists, and I'll leave that link for you as well. She was told that she would never make it in the news industry, and then she ultimately ended up having a daytime talk show that turned into the Oprah Winfrey Show, which was syndicated. She made billions of dollars, but then after doing that for a long while, she decided that she wanted to slow it down a little bit, and retire or do something different besides just the show. And she was actually in The Color Purple, has won Emmys and Oscars, and so again, she wanted to do something different. But so she decided to leave the show, right, and to pursue her own network called the OWN Network, or the Oprah Winfrey Network. And what you'll find with her, and she's worth about $2.5 billion actually. So, but what you'll find is that it was, and she admits this, is that it was way tougher to do. She rushed the launch. The network wasn't prepared. It was a huge undertaking. And at the time of launch, she basically, I think, lost, I want to say about 300 million or 330 million is what I have here, and really kind of plummeted, really struggled out of the gates. Now she's turned it around, and I don't know how well the network is doing. Again, I think I see, some of her specials, and I appreciate what Oprah's done and who she is, but I'm not a huge Oprah fan necessarily. Again, I appreciate her aspirations and what she had to overcome. And so it's one of those things where I give her a lot of credit for what she's accomplished in her life, especially coming from such meager and humble beginnings and backgrounds. So hats off to her. And but again, I think this is another way that she did stumble after she had made her millions. And I think there's other people who've stumbled too. I mentioned Jeff Bezos before, just in the prior video, Rupert Murdoch. So again, that being said, the whole point of us covering this series is to encourage you that even if you've made mistakes, you can recover, and the mistakes are more or less impactful depending on where you are and what stage you are. Now obviously most of us, if we lost $330 million, we'd be bankrupt, and that would be it, right? We wouldn't even have that. But again, if you're just starting out, maybe $330 mistake is a big one to you. Maybe it's $3,300 or $33,000 could be a big mistake for you, right? The point is that you got to keep pushing through, keep your head down, and keep trying to overcome that and learn from it, and then share it with other people as well. I think it's a good thing when you're vulnerable and can share your mistakes. I've shared mine throughout the various video series that we've done in terms of how I've struggled and with attempting to do it. But the good news is that you're out there doing it, and that's what's important. You have thrown your hat in the ring. You've done more than the majority of people are ever even willing to do, and you won't look back with regret. It might be painful if you're struggling right now or going to have to start over. I know how that feels. But again, the final chapter hasn't been written, so don't let that define you. But what defines you is how you respond to it and what you do next. So that's going to do it. Again, I appreciate it if you feel free to share these videos or with anybody that you'd like on whatever platform you like. I greatly appreciate that. And before we get going, do me a favor, click the positive feedback mechanism on whatever platform you happen to be viewing or listening to this on. Lets the platform know that you appreciate it, and also lets me know. And we will talk to you at the next video.